All right, let's embark on a really practical and genuinely empowering deep dive today. We're focusing on something super relevant for pretty much everyone. How to actually do a thorough security checkup on your Android device. It's really about taking back some control, you know. And our guide for this journey is a great resource called Android Security Checkup, Protect Your Device.
Hmm.
So, our mission here is simple. Pull out the most important bits from this guide, give you clear, actionable things you can do, stuff that brings peace of mind, maybe even helps you spot something fishy.
Exactly. And what's really key here, I think, is that device security isn't just about, reacting when something bad happens. It's more about building a habit. These steps are really designed to help you regularly check if your device is safe, make it routine, not just something you do when you're already worried.
Okay, sounds good. Let's unpack this guide then and dive right into the first crucial step for your Android security checkup. Like, where do you even begin?
Yeah.
Well, it starts pretty simply, actually. Just reviewing the apps that have recently shown up on your phone.
That's right. You'll want to open your settings,
Okay.
then go to apps, or maybe it's called app management on your device. The important part is sorting them. Look for an option like sort by date or recently installed. That way, the newest ones are right at the top.
Gotcha. And this is where it gets interesting, right? You're looking for anything that seems weird or something you definitely didn't download.
Precisely. An app you don't recognize or one that you know you didn't install yourself. And the guide is very explicit about this next part. If you find an app like that, do not open it.
Right. Don't poke the bear.
Exactly. Opening it could be the trigger. Instead, the advice is to tell, well, they say your private assistant, but basically get help from someone knowledgeable, a tech expert, to figure out if it's actually harmful. Caution is key.
So the bottom line for this first step is your recent app history. It can be a surprisingly clear sign if something's not right. Okay, so once you know what apps are actually on the phone, the next logical step is figuring out what they're allowed to do, what powers they have.
hmm So again, from settings, you'll navigate to privacy. Or sometimes it's under security and permissions.
Okay, privacy or security.
And then you should find an option like app permissions. And here, you really want to look closely at the sensitive permissions, things like camera, microphone, location, messages, and file access.
Those sound like the big ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Access to basically your eyes, ears, location, conversations, files. So if you find some unknown app, maybe one you weren't sure about from the first step, and it has a bunch of these permissions, that's a major red flag, isn't it?
Absolutely. That really begs the question. Why would, say, a simple flashlight app need access to your microphone or your messages? It probably doesn't.
Right. It just doesn't add up. You got to question the why.
Right, exactly.
Okay, moving on. This next step kind of shifts focus, right?
Sure.
From the apps themselves to how your phone interacts with the outside digital world.
Yes, it looks at your recent digital interactions. The source actually outlines two different scenarios here. First, if you use a Google account, which many Android users do, the guide points you to https://myactivity.google.com.
myactivity.google.com.
Okay, you sign in, and you can review your recent device and app activity. It's particularly useful if you suspect something happened around a specific time. You can check your activity then. The second scenario is if you use a specific QR scanner app.
Oh yeah, lots of people use those.
Right. In that case, you open the scanner app itself and look for its scan history. Review the last few QR codes you scanned. Does that link look familiar or suspicious?
Huh. So it's basically about tracing your digital footsteps, whether clicks or scans, and just being aware of where you've been online or what you've interacted with.
Precisely. It's about auditing those digital breadcrumbs you leave behind, understanding the trail.
Okay, this next one sounds slightly technical, but important.
Yep.
Examining accessibility settings. What's the deal here?
Ah, yes, accessibility. This is a really crucial one. You find it in your main settings menu. The danger here, and the guide really highlights this, is that accessibility permissions are incredibly powerful. They're designed for legitimate assistance tools, but
But malware loves powerful permissions.
exactly. Malicious apps try to trick users into granting accessibility permissions because it can let them, read your screen, tap buttons for you, basically take over actions, comprehensive control. So it is absolutely critical to check this section and make sure no unfamiliar or suspicious apps are enabled here.
Wow, okay. So this is like a potential master key, a backdoor, that if compromised, gives an attacker huge power over the phone.
That's a good way to put it, a very powerful backdoor.
All right, building on that idea of powerful permissions,
Mm.
here's another one. Device admin apps or full control apps.
Yes, another area needing close scrutiny. Again, start in settings, go to apps, then look for something called special access.
Special access. Got it.
Within special access, you should find either device admin apps or maybe it's phrased as full access. The advice here couldn't be clearer. Only apps you absolutely trust, like maybe your work email app if required by IT or Find My Device type services, should ever be enabled here.
Why are these so, sensitive?
Because device admin privileges allow an app to do things like change your screen lock your device, or even remotely wipe all your data. It's a very high level of control.
Okay, so this really is like handing over the admin keys to your phone system, not something you do lightly.
Definitely not. You need absolute trust in any app listed here.
All right, last section. This one feels a bit different. Monitoring battery and data usage. How does that tie into security?
It's about looking for subtle clues. Sometimes the sign that something's wrong isn't an obvious weird app, but how your phone is behaving. So in settings, you'll find sections for battery usage and data usage.
Okay, battery and data.
What you're looking for here is anything abnormal. An app suddenly using way more battery than it usually does, or an app consuming lots of mobile data in the background when it shouldn't be.
Ah, I see. So unusual resource drain could mean something's running when it shouldn't be.
Precisely. It can be a very clear, though quiet, signal of unauthorized activity. Malware often runs in the background, doing things like sending data out, which consumes battery and data.
It's like your phone is trying to subtly tell you, hey, something's working overtime back here.
Yeah.
If you just know where to check.
Indeed. Those unexplained spikes in battery or data usage, they are frequently a direct indicator that something unintended and potentially harmful is active on your device. It's a vital check.
Okay, wow. So we've just walked through quite a comprehensive checklist for an Android security checkup, pulling all that directly from the source material.
Yeah, and these steps, they really give you a clear, actionable framework. It helps you take charge, move from maybe feeling anxious about security to being proactive and informed.
And like the guide suggests, and like you said at the start, making these checks a habit, maybe doing them regularly, that seems key. But it also makes you think, beyond these specific Android steps, what other sort of proactive digital habits can you, the listener, build? Habits that boost your overall digital resilience, not just on your phone, but across all your devices and online stuff. Something to chew on. Definitely apply what you've learned today. Run through those checks on your own device. Stay safe out there.